Buenos dias.
Centro de Jesus.
My name is Omar.
And I'm Kaylee, and we're here to tell you about our first experience as missionaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So during this missions trip, we really experienced a lot of love from God, in that we got to pour in a lot of love onto people.
Yeah, and a theme that kept coming up throughout our trip was manna, and the Lord definitely provided us just enough actually an abundance each and every day that just flowed into us and out into the people that we got to minister to. One of my favorite parts was getting to work with the kids and just getting to love on them.
I think God couldn't have done a better job of putting a better group of people than, the 11 of us that went for the group.
It was also really inspiring being in such close proximity with Victoria and Carlos and everybody else in our team, because they just had so much wisdom and love to give us, and I learned so much from each and every single one of those people on that trip. They're just so full of the Holy Spirit.
So I really feel like God used me on this trip with, the love that's just in me. But there was something about being on a missions trip, being surrounded by, a lot of passionate fellow believers, kids, people that were very open to just receive, that just kind of brings that gentleness out of you. It has a way of bringing that love, that fatherly Jesus love out of you. So I would say that that's something that I feel very strongly that God really emphasized a lot for me on this trip.
Yeah, for me, God really let me use my talents to bring him glory. The first night we were there, we got to go to a all-girl or all-female rehab center, and I got to share my testimony, which was very freeing for me, because it really reiterated to the fact that I'm in a completely different season in my life now, and I got to sing in the Spirit when I was with them, and I was able to actually sing pretty fluently in Spanish, which was really mind-boggling for me.
So I would encourage anybody that is thinking about going on a missions trip. You don't have to be a pastor. You don't have to be some super holy person. I mean, we're very young in our faith, and this missions trip had a way of bringing out stuff that we didn't really know we had in us. So much to the point where we don't even want to be here right now.
No.
We want to be back over there.
Yeah, we do.
We were driving home, we were like, you know what, let's just turn around.
I was literally like, Carlos, turn the car around.
Right.
And and the word says, Jesus commands us to go and make disciples. And yes, make disciples, but also just being able to love on people in that way where that's your only primary focus, is to just share the love that God has given to you. It's translated so much over into my life already, and I just feel like I know what my purpose is now, and my purpose is to go and make disciples. This trip really just demonstrated that to me, that it's the love that really moves people, and reminded me that it was the love that moved me.
We were told that you guys will never be the same once you go on this missions trip, and we didn't really believe it for the most part, but it's true. After coming back from this trip, we feel like such a new person, definitely more driven, more hungry, noticing that I've been a little more loving with people, so it stirred something in there.
Also, the food was really good.
Right,
yeah.
Food,
tacos. We had tacos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And we had sweetbread.
And we had and we had muffins.
And muffins, and a cake.
And a cake.
And ice cream.
And ice cream. Go on a missions trip.
Go on a missions trip to Mexico, yeah.
Or anywhere. And to close, may God bless you with the
Fuego de Dios.
Yeah.